Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel Neuropedia Unlocking the Brain. In this video, we will discuss blood-brain barrier. So let's start. Our brain is surrounded by various blood vessels, as you can see in this picture, which supply oxygen and other essential nutrients to our brain so that it can function properly. Now, if we talk about blood-brain barrier, so what is this? Blood-brain barrier is a physical barrier between the brain and the blood, or we can say the blood-brain barrier is highly selectively permeable border of endothelial cells that regulates the transfer of solutes and chemicals between the circulatory system and the central nervous system. This blood-brain barrier protects the brain from harmful or unwanted substances that are present in the blood while still allowing essential nutrients and oxygen to reach the brain. Large molecules, as you can see here in yellow, large molecules, they are not able to cross the blood-brain barrier, while small molecules, they can easily cross the blood-brain barrier. Let's discuss components of blood-brain barrier. So first one is the endothelial cells. Endothelial cells, as you can see here, these are the endothelial cells. Now these cells line the inner walls of the blood vessels in the brain. They have tight junctions between them. Here you can see, we'll discuss tight junctions later. And these junctions that are present between these endothelial cells, they prevent most molecule from passing through the blood-brain barrier. Next is the astrocyte foot process. Here, astrocytes are star-shaped glial cells that surrounds blood vessels in the brain and provide biochemical and metabolic support to the endothelial cell. As you can see, so these are the endothelial cell and this astrocyte, they are providing the support to this endothelial cells. So these astrocytes, they are helping in the formation and maintenance of the tight junctions and also contribute to the barrier's selective permeability. Selective permeability means it allows only selective ions or molecules to pass through it. And that's how it protects it from the pathogens or other harmful molecules to enter the brain. Let's talk about the next component of the blood-brain barrier, and it is the pericyte. As you can see here, that is green in color. So these pericytes, these are again specialized cells that are embedded in the basement membrane of blood vessels and support the endothelial cells. Neuron is also present, as you can see here, and it is also providing the support to this blood-brain barrier. Here, this large cavity is the lumen of the capillary. And here that I have shown to you people in green color, dark green color, somewhat dark green color, is the basement membrane. Now this basement membrane is a thin layer of extracellular matrix that lies between the endothelial cells and the astrocyte and feet. It provides structural support and further restrict the passage of larger molecules. Here, this is the nucleus of these endothelial cells. Apart from these, the blood-brain barrier, as we have already discussed, that the endothelial cells contain the tight junctions. So these tight junctions are specialized proteins complexes between adjacent endothelial cells which create a seal that restricts the movement of the most molecules and ions. Tight junctions prevent the free diffusion of hydrophilic substances pathogens and toxins from the bloodstream into the brain. Apart from these, there are certain transporters and channels that are also associated with the blood-brain barrier, and the endothelial cells of this blood-brain barrier express specific transporter and channels that facilitate the selective transport uh, of essential nutrients and hormone and neurotransmitter across the barrier. Now these transporters regulates the entry of nutrients while limiting the passage of potentially harmful substances. Yes, so I have already discussed about the channels and transporter. So here's again another diagram of this blood-brain barrier. So as you can see here, these are the blood cells, these are the endothelial cells, and these are the feed process of the astrocytes that are supporting this blood-brain barrier. Now let's talk about this tight junctions a little bit in detail. We are not going to into further more detail, but these tight junctions, they are formed by two major types of proteins. The first one is the occludin and the second one is the claudin. There are many subtypes, but we are not going into the detail of these. But these two proteins, they are crucial for tight junction formation, and this junction is too tight that even water molecule or small molecule cannot pass through this. Now apart from occludin and claudin, there is another protein that is associated with these tight junctions, and this is the name of this protein is JAM, that is the junction association molecule, and again it is another type of protein that is present in the tight junction. Now let's discuss the functions of blood-brain barrier one by one. So blood-brain barrier help in protection, like it protects the brain from harmful substances in the blood such as toxins, pathogens, and inflammatory cells that might enter the brain, and it can cause harm to the brain. Next function of blood-brain barrier is waste removal. So the blood-brain barrier also removes waste products that are formed in the brain. So it is helping in the removal of waste from the brain. Blood-brain barrier is also essential for maintaining the homeostasis. So it plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of ions, nutrients, and metabolites within the brain. It helps regulate the concentration of neurotransmitter and other signaling molecules to ensure proper functioning of the brain. Lastly, it regulates the transport. That means it is helping in transporting essential nutrients to the brain and also removal of waste from the brain. So it regulates the transport of nutrients and oxygen to the brain for proper functioning of the brain. So this is all about blood-brain barrier. I hope you all understood. Thank you so much for watching this video. For such more videos, like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Neuropedia Unlocking the Brain.